The OnePlus One, the device you can't get without invites. A device has had some funny campaigns, but still we want to find out how good is the OnePlus One. So looking at the device here, the build quality is actually quite exceptional. It's got this very smooth back cover that's also good to the touch. You can see the Cyanogen model logo below, and of course OnePlus One. You've also got a 13 megapixel shooter with dual LED flash and a mic there. Now there's also a mic on the very top. There are actually 4 mics around this device, which is pretty cool. That's your headphone jack, and built in there you've got a Snapdragon 801, 3 gigs of RAM, and this is a 64 gigabyte model here. Now you've got you've got your speakers at the bottom, as well as another mic there and your micro USB port. I have to tell you, the build quality is solid. You've got that nice aluminum ring or metal ring around, which gives you a very premium feel to it. And you've also got your SIM card tray. That's the only thing you can actually put into the device. You can't actually open it for micro SD expansion, none of that. This is a 64 gigabyte black model. Now taking a look at the display, this is a 5.5 inch 1080p display. It actually looks pretty good. It handles pretty well. It's got some software tricks to help it handle in sunlight, and we'll deal with more of that in the full review, but it does a very good job, and I do like the way the display is. But some of you are wondering, where is the unboxing? We didn't actually do one for this device. So it comes in 2 packages. You do have the brown box you threw away. The charger comes in a separate package altogether, and then you basically slide out your main box to reveal your OnePlus One, indicating 64 gigabytes behind. That's the device which we set aside, and then you can see it's got the SIM removal tool, which you need because it's slightly longer and different, and it's got a lay flat micro USB cable. So that's pretty much it for the OnePlus One unboxing section. If you really want one, of course you can take off the sticker there, but that's pretty much. Setting up the OnePlus One is pretty easy and simple. You can set up your Google account, or you can actually skip that, which we've already done. But you can also set up your Cyanogen mod account, and you can basically go through that whole process. Now the personalization has some secure SMS personalization you can turn on. You can also turn on screen keys and turn off the touch sensitive keys below, but I want those touch sensitive keys. I want more real estate on my screen. And you can go from basically a regular Android theme to Cyanogen mod theme, which is nice. And of course your date and time, and your setup is pretty much complete. So looking at the device itself, I forgot to mention it does have a 5 megapixel front facing camera. So for all you selfie folks, that's a great camera to use. Now this is running Cyanogen mod, latest version of Cyanogen mod. I actually also had to just update it with a recent update. What I do like about it is some of these software features in terms of how it functions. Cyanogen mod has done a good job in bringing a lot of things to the table here. So you've got the torchlight, which is just nice and simple. It does say 4G, which is kind of a bummer, but really isn't, because actually it does have LTE speeds. You do have various levels of connectivity for your a hotspot, as well as the battery. Now that's the backlight brightness I had mentioned. That does help you adjust between sunrise and sunset, so it does adjust with time, and it does help the device handle pretty well. It runs very smooth. Like I said, it's 3 gigs of RAM in there, so you've got a lot of just nice smooth operations. And again, you've got a hefty battery in this thing, so you're looking at a 3100 milliamp battery, and that does fairly well, and it should give you good battery life, which I'll give you once I have the full review of the OnePlus One. Now I just want to do a quick speed test here as T-Mobile, just to show you that just right off the box, put in a T-Mobile SIM, you're getting LTE speeds of this device at 42 megabits per second just for downloads. I think I'm just going to skip through instead of doing the uploads, but just to give you a quick show there that really you can pop in your AT&T or T-Mobile SIM and get some really solid work from it. Now in terms of the camera here, the camera layout is really simple. It's kind of built upon what Android does. You can see it's 13 megapixels. You can change the quality, burst mode, shutter speed, focus, ISO. So you can get into that. You also have a recording at 1080p. You've got slow motion. You've also got time lapse in there. You can also change the type of codecs from MPEG-4 to H.264, and then you've got some general tunes. So it's not fully in depth, but it gives you enough camera features to actually work around with, and that's nice because in this day and age where we like to use cameras, especially with the front-facing camera at 5 megapixels and the rear camera at 13 megapixels. Hopefully, as we test this should give us some very good images. So we'll spend spent some time taking some photos and playing around with this device to see how well the camera handles with the front and the rear camera, since we have at least a huge megapixel ratio for the front camera of this device. But overall, I do like what I see with the OnePlus One. I really hope they change the idea of invites and let people get their hands on this device, because at $350, from my first impressions and feel, this is a solid device. I think they've done a good job in bringing something that a lot of users will like, but the campaign and the invites really is getting annoying, because I can't recommend it to you yet because you can't buy it. So at least for now, stay tuned as we've taken our first look at the OnePlus One. Don't forget to like, favorite this video, and share this video. Do leave a comment on what you think. And this is Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy your entertainment.